Dear students, yesterday I have told you that the writer of the lesson A Girl with Basket, W.C. Douglas, was travelling from New Delhi to Ranikhet by train. In his travelling, he wanted to know about the feeling of the country, of the people. So he got down at Ipri station and talked to the people. In this way, he talked to so many peoples. The stations where he got down were filled with many kinds of people. And the villages through which he was making his journey, the houses of the villages were made of mud, cow dung and water, and on the roofs of these houses the vines of pumpkin were blooming. In this way he described about his journey. Now I teach you about next passage. At one station, my routine of talking to the people was interrupted. As soon as I alighted, a group of young children gathered around me. They were selling baskets. As you know, the writer got down at every station. So, as a routine, when the writer got down at one station, he was surrounded by some children. And his routine of talking to the people was disturbed by these children. As soon as I alighted, a group of young children gathered around me. They were selling baskets, and these children who gathered the writer W.C. Douglas were selling baskets, fans and other articles. Hand-woven reed basket with simple design and pattern, and the baskets which they were selling were made of reed and hand-woven, and these baskets are many designs. The designs of these baskets are many kinds. They held the basket high, shouting words I did not know, but conveying unmistakably their desire. The children who has gathered the writer wanted to sell their baskets and fans, so they held their baskets high before the writer. And they shouted in their own language, but the writer could not know their language, but he understood what they want. They wanted to sell their basket to the writer. These were refugee children. When partition between India and Pakistan was decreed, hundreds of thousands of people pulled up their roots and changed their residence. Who were these children? The writer says that these children who were selling baskets were the refugee children. when the partition between India and Pakistan was declared, hundred of thousands people left their original residence and settled in other countries. Nine million people left Pakistan and came to India. In this way, in this partition between India and Pakistan, 9 million people came India and settled here. They had made their houses by tents or grass shed, and in these sheds they lived with their family. Driven by the fear of religious fanaticism, in those days the religious feeling was very high, so they were afraid of religious feeling. That is why they left their residence and came India and settled here. They were poor people to start with. They were poorer as they began their long trek. For all they could carry was a bit of food and a few belongings. The people who had come to India from Pakistan were very poor people. Their economic condition was not good. They had very few articles with them to spend their life. And they were poorer as they began their long journey, and they became very poor when they start their long journey for India. Because whatever belongings and luggage they had with them was spent. For all they could carry was a bit of food and a few belongings. They had with them only few belongings, which spent after some days. Soon they were out of food, and since their journey was for a long days, so their foods and belongings, whatever they had with them, was spent, and soon they had no food at all with them. A few days after they started, they began to fall by the wayside from the weakness of hunger and died where they fall. A few days after they started, they began to fall by the wayside from the weakness of hunger. After a few days from starting their journey, due to the lack of food, they began to fall in the way due to lack of food and hunger. And where they fall in their way, they died. In this way, many of the people died in the way for hunger, for lack of food. In this way, the writer describes how pitiable condition of those refugees was in those days. He was very much impressed by these refugee children The children selling baskets were sons and daughters of these refugees. And the children who had gathered the writer W.C. Douglas were the sons and daughters of these refugees. Their parents or relatives had gathered in the cities, setting up stalls, manufacturing simple articles. The refugee children and their parents and their relatives who had come to India had gathered near the cities, near the railway stations and near the bus stations, and settled up their shops so that they may continue their lives. They made baskets and fans, and by selling these baskets and fans, they earn their living. Trying to make a living in market already overcrowded, and they were trying to sell their articles just as fans and baskets in the marketplace, which was already overcrowded by the people. And in this overcrowded marketplace, it was very difficult to sell their baskets and fans to the people who are already poor. They lived in cloth and grass shed that lined the streets. The parents of these refugee children had made their residence with the cloth and grass shed, and in these cloth and grass sheds they lived with all their families. That lined in the streets, the peasants among these refugees had been accustomed to little all their lives, for the annual income of an agricultural family does not exceed on an average $100 a year. The peasants among these refugees had been accustomed to little all their lives. In these refugee children who were the peasants, they were habitual to lead their life with very low income, because the annual income of an agricultural family was not more than $100 a year. So, since their income was very low, so they were already accustomed, they were already habitual to lead their life in very low income. The average unskilled laborer make 30 cents a day or less than $2 a week. The average income of unexpert labor was near about 30 cents a day. They earned, the unexpert labor earned only a cent, 30 cents a day or less than $2 a week. In this way, you may know that their income was very low. There is one meal a day, an onion, a piece of bread, a bowl of pulse with milk, perhaps a bit of goat cheese. And they had only one meal in a day. And in their meal, there was only an onion, a piece of bread, a bowl of pulse with milk, or perhaps a bit of goat cheese. These were the items in their meal. No tea, no coffee, no fat, no sweet, no meat. And they could not eat. They could not take tea, coffee, fat or sweet or meat. These things were impossible for them to eat. $100 a year is not $2 a week. To earn $100 in a year, to earn $100 in a year is not $2 a week. In this way, you know that their income was very low. Yet even that small amount is hard to earn by selling basket to people too poor to buy them. In this way, by selling baskets to the poor people who are already poor, it is very hard to earn sufficient money so that they may lead their life easily. It was very hard for themselves to earn sufficient money by those people who are already poor. That no doubt is the reason these little children descended on me like locusts. That is why these refugee children came down to the writer like locusts when they saw the writer. Because these children knew that this man is a foreigner and he will purchase their articles and they may be able to earn sufficient money by this man. So, and I, an American, was doubtless the most promising market they had seen. The writer think that since I am a foreigner, so I was the most hopeful market to those refugee children. They had hope from me that I will purchase their basket. In this way, they will get some money to lead their life easily. In this way, you have read that the refugee children were very hopeful for the writer that he will buy their articles and they will get some money so that they may spend their life easily. Thank you very much. Tomorrow I will teach you next passage.